Oh my God, you have to hear about this. So get this. Jalen Hurts and Shedeur Sanders were spotted chatting big time after this football practice. Sanders, who's a rookie for the Browns, barely played because he tweaked his oblique, but he stuck around to talk to Hurts, who's a total rock star for the Eagles. So Sanders apparently went up to Hurts because he wanted some advice on how to make it in the NFL. And Hurts was all about it. He said they had this super long private chat, and Sanders just wanted to pick his brain. Hurts was like, yeah, man, you got to want it. You got to work hard and be tough. Hurts was like, yeah, he came to me, wanted to talk, and I'm always down to share what I think and how I do stuff. He also added that you got to have patience. Barely played in the practice because he tweaked his oblique. Total bummer, right? But get this, he stuck around super late, like one of the last guys on the field, just to have this epic talk with Jalen.
And guess what? Shedeur actually went up to Jalen, wanting to pick his brain about how to totally kill it in the NFL. Jalen was all about it, like, yeah, man, let's talk. Rooting for Sanders, wishing him the best. It's a big deal because Hurts is one of the best QBs out there, and Sanders is trying to climb the ladder with the Browns. He even started his first preseason game and work your butt off and be tough, basically saying you really got to want it. So Hurts is totally rooting for him, wishing him all the best. This is a pretty big deal, man. Jalen was like, okay, so we had this super long private chat. He said Shedeur just came up to him, wanted to talk, and Jalen's always down for that. Jalen basically told him it takes a ton of patience, working your butt off, and just being super tough and not giving up. He was like, you got to want it. Did pretty well, throwing for a bunch of yards and 2 touchdowns. But even then, he admitted he's got a long way to go, which is smart, Seriously, though, these chats with vets like Hurts are clutch because Hurts is one of the best QBs out there, and Sanders has been grinding to move up the depth chart for the Browns. He actually started his first preseason game against the Panthers and did pretty well throwing. How cool is that? A message from one of the best QBs in the league, and it's for a bunch of yards and 2 touchdowns. But get this, even though we played well, Sanders admitted he's still got a ton of work to do. Luckily, he's been soaking up big deal for Shedeur because he's been grinding to get out of the Browns' basement on the depth chart.
Okay, so get this. Just last Friday, in his first preseason game, Shedeur actually started, and he was pretty solid, throwing for 138 yards and 2 TDs. But even with that awesome game, he totally admitted he's got way more work to do. Talk to guys like Jalen, it's gotta help him get used to the NFL, right? Plus, he's been seriously soaking up advice from veterans like Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and even Deshaun Watson, since these joint practices are supposed to be awesome for teams to play against someone new instead of just their own guys. And Shedeur totally used that to his advantage to get a different perspective. It's pretty cool he's reaching out to learn from the best.